Okay, so the GoPro Hero 8 is for the newest one. It's been out about 6 months. It's pretty much like all the other GoPros. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, has a great rubber feel body. The one thing everybody complains about is the fixed lens, because they say if you crack it, unlike the GoPro 7 or the others, you can't just pop it off and change it. We have a protective screen over the top and also on the back to help prevent this, very similar to what you have on your iPhones and smartphones. For anyone that's interested, this is being recorded at 4K on a Sony a7 III. I have a polarized filter on because it's nearly midday and really not a particularly good time to record a video. We're not too worried about cracking the screen. We have a membership thing with GoPro, so if it gets broken in any way, they promise to replace it for absolutely free. And in 4 weeks' time, we'll do a completely full tutorial on how it works and its functions, because we actually have a media cage to go around it for plug-in microphones. GoPro themselves actually have a media kit. When put on the body, it actually goes around the body, and you can have a screen or a light and extra inbuilt microphone, which is very, very good. And the GoPro itself retains its waterproof casing up to 10 meters. The microphone, the sound on this is much, much better, and you'll see next week as we do a review on one of the boats we're going to see on Saturday. But otherwise, it's pretty simple. You have your normal display screen on the front. Why they haven't set this up like the DJI sports camera, where you can actually see what's going on. But who knows, maybe on their next model, on the 9 or the 8 Plus or whatever they're going to do, they might change that function. To open the battery case is very, very simple. This pops off quite easily, but it's not really too much of an issue. You just sort of line it up and pop it back on. Micro SIM card in here. I'll just pull out the battery. I'm not going to go too much in depth about the batteries. You can use your old batteries with these GoPros. You lose some of the functions, I assume, because these have more power, so it enables you more to film in 4K where the older batteries can't. Micro SIM card is just in here. It's like, you know, any other function. Push it in, click it in, and it's there stable. Pop the battery back in, close it up. One of the things people either rave about or complain about are these drop-down clips, which I think are absolutely fantastic. And to pop them away, they're on magnetics, so they're out of the way. Apparently they break easy, but we actually haven't found this. And they're replaceable with some star head screws there. You can, if they break, just pop it off and pop a new one on. There's an extra microphone. Let's see if the camera focuses correctly. It's an extra microphone here for when you've got it on a stand or something like that. To turn it on, you have a mode button, so we just push it in, hold it in, and the camera's on. As with other GoPros, you have your record process, you know, photo button, etc. at the top. Doesn't look like I've got very much battery left on this. I should have checked that before started this. The touch screen is brilliant. You have a quick flip down for preferences. You can change, it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Sarah actually has this set up on her telephone to be able to control it on her telephone. It's really simple touchscreen screen, super tactile, absolutely love it. Just flip it up. Widescreen, as I say, this isn't a very in-depth. You have your normal widescreen. The only one thing I would say is that recording on 4K, it will actually crop in quite a bit, but you know, if you allow that for whatever you're filming, if you allow for that crop, you can, you know, sort of reorganize things on your editing system, whether you're using Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve like we do. It's quite simple to, you know, change what you're doing, but we'll leave it on wide because I love the aspect, and that's half the thing with GoPros. A time lapse or timer, very simple, really simple to use. As I say, on Saturday we're going to put the camera through its paces quite a lot for doing a boat review for you guys. We're actually looking at 2 boats, so it's going to be a lot of fun putting this through. You can change your, if it works, as me saying, super tactile, HDR, all your settings here. There is actually in the menu, you can keep it raw actually, I don't know why she's put it up. Anyway, in the main menu, which we'll go through on our in-depth tutorial on the GoPro, you can change things like your ISO settings, and so it's limited, but you can change it. The on and off button on the side also works as a quick mode button. So if you just click it in, it'll come up on the screen. You can do time lapse, which they call time warp, which is super stable. Mode button again, into video. You can stand it to, we've got it set at 180p. You can put it to 4K if you wish. Cinematic, super view. I think you can hopefully, because I can't see my screen on my Sony very well because of the sunlight. Once again, go through. You can change, if you go through the editing for, say, like your slow-mo, 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second, etc. We'll go to the mode again, and photo. Once again, very simple. Can't wait to get the media kit that we've actually ordered from somewhere else to go with it. They do a great bit. I'm going to turn this off before the battery goes. GoPro do something called a floaty, so because if you drop this in water, it's going to sink, you're going to lose it. It's that simple. They do a cage. You guys will be aware of the underwater cage, so you can go snorkeling or diving. They also do something else called a floaty. We've brought something else for it, which is like a selfie stick, but it has a big float on it. And that will show on the next review. I'm just going to pop this down, probably slide off. As with all other GoPros, same thing. This is just a standard bloggy, cheap tripod, which is excellent. One of the best bits of kit we've brought over the years. The bits underneath, just if you can, pop in like so. You can see there's a bit of wobble. See that a bit better, but get it all lined up. Zoom out, pop it through. It fixes to anything like all the other GoPros. Once it's up nice and tight, there's no wobble at all, no movement. Really good for direction. We've got, it's not going to power on now because there's not enough in the battery, is there? We have for the car a stick-on thing for the windscreen. You can put it on the doors, whatever. It's suction cup, super brilliant. And with the app from the mobile, it works really well. Hope you like this very quick tutorial. If you would like to see the more in-depth one, please like and subscribe the video for more upcoming. I know that this isn't particularly to do with boats, but it's equipment that we can use on the boats to record what we're doing, and you guys that are actually out sailing, I know a lot of you use GoPro, so and for people starting out into videography, the fact that GoPro have a discount at the moment, and you can pick these up for just over €300 instead of spending like this Sony at the moment, €2,000 on something that's gonna, you know, basically, okay, it does a lot better job. But if you're starting out on a budget, or pick up a GoPro 7 or an older version on eBay for next to nothing, it's really good equipment to start out with not a lot of money. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.